Jorge Masvidal just weighed in on Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul. And Tyron said, no disrespect to Ben Askren, compared to Askren, but he just said T. Wood's got hands at something that Askren never had. Masvidal went further to say, maybe Jake wins. If he does, best of luck to him. I don't know anything about fighting. And I got to tell you, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about it too. But I largely had to eat that and feel it a little bit when Paul got over on Askren. And I just saw some workout footage of Jake. He was just hitting a heavy bag. He was practicing that straight, the same one that he set up, straight to the body. The same one he used to set up Askren before he came upstairs. Practicing that on the heavy bag. Heavy bag was swinging. I'm looking at it. The punch was fine. The shot was fine. I appreciate that he had a sweat going. He had more of a sweat going than any training footage I've ever seen of Anthony Joshua ever. But he's big. I mean, my biggest takeaway is he was hitting this bang. Well, man, this is a big guy. And I don't know what Jake weighs. I don't know what the contracted weight for this fight is. But Jake is tall. I mean, he's a big guy. I also can't tell you that he's dirty. I can't tell you. I don't see it. Logan, totally different story. Guy might as well walk to the ring with a needle in his ass. Jake, I can't see it. So whatever secrets Big Brother has, whether he shared them or not, they're not obvious. And I say that because many people have brought PEDs into this and talked about the PEDs will give an advantage. Well, yes, PED, performance enhancing. Yes, it would give him an advantage. I can't tell you that he's using them. I don't see it. I don't see it in the nipple. I don't see it in the delt. I don't see it in the upper ab, which is exactly where you would see it, which is exactly where you see it on Big Brother. So who wins that fight? Who wins that fight? Tyron Woodley does have good head movement. He does have good hands. He won a world championship with his hands. I don't think any of us doubt his power. I remember the night that he starched Jay Haran. I'm going way back. Before he starched Lawler. I remember the night T. Wood gave Condit problems. But some of T. Wood's big strikes really stood out because, he's a two-time All-American Division I wrestler. So when he went out there and he wasn't doing it, just became more obvious. Just something that you noticed a little bit more. You want to see a good stand-up fight? Go back and watch Kelvin Gastelum versus Tyron Woodley. And there was a few moving parts going into that fight, but either way, if you look at where it was contested, you're going to see a lot of stand-ups, specifically lefts and right hands. And if you do go watch it and say, Chael, what do you tell? Well, moreover for a T-Wood fight, if you want to see the way he moves, the way he sets up, the way he gets out of the way he takes a punch, rolls with a punch, and returns a punch, that's a great place to go and check out the archives. That was also in 2012. That was in 2013. I mean, how does that juxtapose to now? I saw many things different in Tyron Woodley's career towards the end, but I didn't see him slowing down. I just didn't see those reactions the same. I saw him sometimes on bottom with a lack of necessity, a lack of urgency to get back up, but not because he was slower. That's one of the things that happens with athletes over time is they near the end, is they just slow down. They're just a beat slower. I don't see that in Tyron. I've been watching some of his training videos. I'm not seeing that in Tyron. So is Jake that good? Because Jake has a number of things you could point to. I love the way he does feints. I love the way he sets things up. He's clearly got nerves of steel, right? He can clearly go and perform in high situations. He's great with accuracy, and he has a natural power. So now you're just talking about the sport. You're talking about purely the sport side of boxing. You're not, that's still boxing. Tyron's got to make it a fight. What's the difference? One is hard and one's not. One is athletic based, and you're setting up, and how quick are you? Can you return? What are your combinations like? Footwork. The other is where things get gritty. You're stuck in the pocket. You got to throw when your arms are so heavy you can barely lift them. That's what a fight is. How do we know how Jake is going to do? We got to guess. Jake has not lied to us yet. He's made some very big claims that we didn't believe to be true. Turned out they were all true. Jake has not lied to us, the audience, once yet. We don't have enough to go on. T-Wood looks like $1 million in the gym right now, hitting mitts. Jake, big and powerful, but Jake was big. I mean, that's one thing I would like if you guys know. What is the agreed upon weight What does Jake walk around at? Is he great at cutting weight? Is amongst all the other skills that Jake Paul has, is he also really good at cutting weight? I don't know. I can tell you when he was hitting this bag, though, and I compare that to some footages of T. Wood, Jake, to me, is meaningfully bigger.